All right, thanks, guys. The Raptors take on the Bucks. That's going to be an 8:30 Eastern tip-off in Milwaukee. The Bucks open the betting as the 6-point favorite, total at 218, and we're seeing pretty good two-way action on this game. Not a whole lot of movement on the spread, although we did see movement downward on the total, down to 217.5. So once again, Milwaukee opened and remains -6. Total open 218, down to 217 and a hook. 60% of the consensus is leaning toward the Bucks, 57% shaded toward the over. Right now, Toronto's plus 220 on the money line. And if you like Toronto in this spot here, a lot of momentum, a lot of stuff going good for them, but they're taking on a Milwaukee team who's first in scoring, first in offensive rebounding, first in defensive field goal percentage. Milwaukee incredibly has gone 37-9 straight up at home, 60-20 straight up as the favorite, and they are 29-17 against the spread on their home court. Now, a couple more things about Milwaukee. They're covering 61% of their games as the favorite when laying the points. They're also 16-7 against the spread in their games that tipped off at the current number. One more thing to add, they are 21-12 against the spread, taking on teams over 550. So not only are they beating top tier teams, they're decimating them. Now on the other side, Toronto has failed to cover in 3 out of their 4 head-to-head matchups with the Bucks. They've also covered just 15 out of 36 when taking on teams over 550. So really what we're taking a look at here is on the completely different end of the spectrum, where we have a Milwaukee team who's rising to the occasion and getting the job done against those top tier teams, especially in spots when they're laying points. Meanwhile, on the Toronto side, they're covering just 15 out of 36 games, taking on teams over 550. A couple more things to note about the Raptors. They covered just 45% of their games on the road this year. Toronto's also just 21st in offensive rebounding, and they failed to cover in 4 out of their last 6. Now, total-wise, Milwaukee is 11-5 to the over in their last 16. Toronto 5-2 to the over in their last 7, taking on the Bucks. So with all that said and done, I'm going to make the chalky play here. Nothing too creative. Give me Milwaukee -6 and the over 217.5 in that matchup there. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Wednesday's NBA, NHL, and Major League Baseball action. And we pretty much covered NBA, just one game for tonight in the Eastern Conference Finals. But just a quick recap. Had another just kind of mediocre day, lackluster day yesterday in our leans. We went 14-14 in Major League Baseball, 1-1 in the NHL, and we got pretty much waxed in the NBA. Patreon, 1-1 there as well in our 2 premium plays, but that one win was a daily best play, and that's going to improve us to 5-1 in our last 6 daily best plays on Patreon. So having a very nice run on the daily best play, which is only $1.99 per month. We're also 7-1 in our last 8 NHL plays on Patreon. So a lot of good stuff coming out of that Patreon site. It's not my personal website. I don't own the Patreon domain, but I do operate and facilitate the patreon.com/Brock Page domain. So anyway, we do daily picks there, a bunch of different tiers and memberships, but that daily best play for just $1.99 per month, 5-1 in our last 6 plays on that site. Now we got a couple things to take care of here. Just a reminder that the link to that website is in the description section below, by the way, so you don't have to go guessing and trying to punch that in. Just go to the description section, open that up, and click patreon.com/Brock Page. Now, these shout-outs we've been doing the past couple of days, they're starting to become controversial. We have a couple guys that have taken a completely innocent, kind of fun, cute idea that we're giving shout-outs, and they're shitting all over it. Just hot, steamy crap right on my head when I do these shout-outs. They say, get to the point. We don't want to hear that. I thought you did. I thought they were pretty fun. And as a matter of fact, we're going to do them right now. So here's some shout outs. I'm going to give just some props to some guys who've been very active in our NBA videos, commenting yesterday. So let's go ahead and get into it. Shout out Jerome Jerry Watkins, Eric Easy E. Brown, Jake Ricky Bobby, Alan Arango, Matt It's Gonna Be May, SMC Justin, Terrence Terry Warren, Waze Shen, Jordan the Big Rabowski, Worthy OM 311, who was dropping some knowledge about Wawa yesterday. And I'm trying to figure out what this Wawa thing is. Is it a gas station, or can you get like French fries there, hash browns? Wawa. I've never heard of it. Very weird concept. Guess you can get a good sub there. A good sub. A grinder. A hero. Is that what they call it down there in Philly? Anyway, Jerry, we the best. Mike, coming or going. The real Mick and Jen. Bimo, Border Collie. Jay Haley Williams. Tattoo Keese. Sauce Sensei Master Drip Lord. No, I did not make a nickname up for that. That's Saucy's full name. Once again, shout out to Sauce Sensei Master Drip Lord. Came through dripping. Shout out to Proline Master, my guy there. The Ding Man C. Dinger. KC to the window to the walling, who was the original kind of defector from the shoutouts, said, dude, enough with the shoutouts, get to the point. And I'm like, well, good point. Maybe we'll switch something up. He's like, oh, forget it. It's actually growing on me. We're fine. Actually, I like the nickname. So shout out to KC to the window, to the walling, who definitely sparked some good debate when it comes to the shout outs. So thank you to all of you guys and ladies that are tuning in. Now we're going to go ahead and slide into some NHL action. So let's go ahead and do that. And we can just knock out some shout outs real quick in the NHL. A couple folks that were commenting in the NHL the past couple of days. We have the U-Dog, Ulysses, Willie Mays Hayes, Proline Master once again, and Paul Mario Lopez. Guys, thank you so much for commenting, and it's great to see you once again in this NHL video. We have Stanley Cup playoffs. We have the conference finals, San Jose taking on St. Louis, 8 o'clock Eastern puck drop at the Blues. A lot of movement in this one, unless my numbers are wrong. It looks like we saw a 40-cent move in this one already. But anyway, I have St. Louis opening the betting as the $1.05 favorite, total at 5.5. And I see a 40-cent move toward the Blues at home here. So I'm not sure if that's completely accurate. But a couple different sites I saw look like very significant line movement. So if I'm completely off the mark, let me know in the comment section below. But it looks like we saw a 40-cent move toward the Blues up to minus 145. So once again, St. Louis opened 105 up to minus 145. Total opened 5.5 and remains 5.5. We have 63% of the consensus on San Jose. 61% of the consensus is on the over as well. Right now, the Sharks are plus 130 on the money line. St. Louis plus $2 on the puck line. Now, if you like Jordan Binnington and St. Louis in this matchup here, St. Louis has gone 27, 18, and 3 at home this year. They're also 13 and 7 straight up in their last 20 at any location. St. Louis ranks 6th in goals allowed. We're looking at just 2.7 goals per contest on average in that category there. The Blues are also 2nd in shots allowed. Their opponents are shooting the puck just 28 times per contest on net, so really limiting their opportunities to score. A couple more things to note about St. Louis. They're 5th in shots allowed at home, and they are winning 71% of their games in their last 14 at home as well. Now on the other side, San Jose is just 3 and 7 in their last 10 on the road. They're also just 42% against the spread away from home this year. And of course, when I refer to the spread in the NHL, I'm actually referring to the puck line. So once again, 42% ATS away from home. One more thing to add about the Sharks. They are 24th in road goals allowed. We're looking at just 3.5 goals per contest in that category. Now, total-wise, We're looking at a San Jose team